Questions related to the shroud vary, obviously, depending on whether they're coming from the secular side or the religious side of the fence. So I'm probably going to answer a few on both sides. But the one thing that I get a lot is, why is the shroud important? Why is it significant? Well, one of the things that I'm very careful about is that we cannot prove the shroud to be authentic. We just can't, because no matter how much evidence we have, we don't have the DNA of Jesus to match it up with some DNA that we might extract from the shroud itself. So there's no way to absolutely prove that the shroud of Turin is in fact the burial shroud of Jesus. But we can eliminate a lot of possibilities. Now, one of the most important results of the Shroud Project, now this is a team of about 40 scientists that went to Turin in 1978. They had 72 crates of gear weighing over 10 tons. They had 5 days hands-on access with this cloth continuously, 122 hours, and they collected a ton of data. And one of the most important discoveries of the Shroud Project is there is no visible trace of any kind of paint, ink, dye, pigmentation, stain. There are no substances on the cloth to account for the image. This is very important because either the Shroud of Turin is the burial shroud of Jesus or it's not. And if it's not, then what is it? If it's not authentic, then it must be the work of an artist. And if that's the case, then how was it done? When was it done? Who did it? And now we know that there's virtually no substances on the cloth to account for the image. And so the result of the project is that it's not the work of an artist. Now, that doesn't prove that the shroud is in fact the burial shroud of Jesus, but it does certainly ramp up the mystery of the shroud, because if the shroud was some obvious work of art, we obviously would have figured it out long ago. And then there's the question regarding the bloodstains, because you have two sets of images here. You have a pattern of bloodstains on this cloth, matching a crown of thorns, a wound in the side, scourging all over the back, 120 scourge marks on the body from the base of the neck all the way down to the ankles. You have nail wounds in the wrists, nail wounds in the feet. So you have a clear pattern of wounds with apparent bloodstains matching those wounds. Well, is the blood or is it just paint? Or is it just animal blood? Because again, if it's the work of an artist, did someone just paint the blood where it was supposed to go? Or did they kill an animal and splotch some blood on here? Well, the shroud has been subjected to significant blood chemistry. And the blood chemistry on the shroud says that this is actual blood, human DNA, AB positive blood, and blood from actual wounds. It's not blood that was painted on. It is literally called the exudate of wounds, and blood that occurred when the man was upright in a vertical position. And so it's like, wow, this again ramps the mystery up even higher. So now we have a pattern of bloodstains which matches a corpse, and then we have this image of this 5'10" man, that front and back image, not just a face image, not just a front image, but a full dorsal image as well. And yet amazingly, we can't figure out how this image came to be. So this is all fabulous mystery, and it's no wonder why it has captured the imagination of so many people over the centuries. So one of the things that we do with Shroud Encounter as we bring our presentation to colleges and churches across the country is to explore the mystery, not with the effort to prove that the shroud is authentic, but with, let's find out what we know and what we don't know. Because the shroud may be one of the most incredible hoaxes or fakes ever perpetrated. Or it may be the most significant artifact on the planet. And so that's a great mystery. Let's explore it. And this mystery, however, unlike the pyramids or Stonehenge or Easter Island or crop circles, there's lots of mysteries out there. But this mystery goes to the very core of the Christian message. It speaks to the life, suffering, death, and resurrection of Jesus. And so this is a phenomenal mystery that goes to the very center of the Christian faith. And so, again, not that anyone should have their faith rest on a burial shroud, but it certainly is supportive of those things that are believed by Christians universally.